Now, before I rev up, let me posit this because this shit has to be said. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you schmuck. You spoke about your youth in Austria and how it was occupied by Nazi Germany. Then, Putz, you would opine your memory of Kristallnacht. You know, how Jews were being murdered, their businesses were destroyed, and their synagogues set ablaze. Then Schmuck, you juxtapose that to the storming of the Capitol. Although you could not make a feasible, theoretical, nor logical correlation, I mean, between the two. However, you however, did you forget the Nazis were left wing? Thus, the shit you and your parents went through in Austria was committed by the political left. You fucking putz. I mean, hell, you leapfrogged right over the shit that the left is doing in America. That's socialistic. ain't that a fucking bitch? Perhaps your latent support for Nazi Germany dictated that you make such a poor correlation between Nazis and the fools, because they are fools, that stormed the Capitol. Okay, these stogies, they taste good even without being lit. And if you're wondering, this is a Camacho, triple Maduro. Now the latter, though perfunctory, is opposite to this discourse, and that is hypocrisy. If you're not Rip Van Winkle, it should be axiomatic that America's political needle is so skewed left. There is a pervasive double standard between ideologies that that much of the citizens refuse to acknowledge. Case in point. Case in point. If a Democrat is mentored by a Klansman or just by an overt racist, that Democrat is not supportive of racism. However, if a Republican takes a selfie with an unknown person and later finds out said person is a member of the Klan, that Republican is racist and should not be in government. This is what the left will tell you. Furthermore, if a Democrat goes to an all-black church and talks in antebellum slave dialect, that Democrat is telling it like it is, and cheers and applause will be bestowed on that Democrat by black people. Okay. Yet, if the party was reversed and that Republican did the precise thing, that Republican will be branded a racist who's disrespecting black people, and the news will cover it as such. You have this, you have an anticephalic skirt like AOC, suggesting that people can have their opinions about what the news reports. However, you should not be able to question whether if it is factual. Yet and still, left wing news, left wing news media like the Palmer Report, the kind of media AOC wants citizens to watch, is allowed to falsely state conservatives are not are not a part of the human race. This shit is crazy. Ah, boy. Not only are they not a part of the human race, but because they're not a part of the human race, they must not be able to become teachers, lawyers, doctors, or policemen. Yet, to the contrary, the left who sets fires, riot, violently arrest opposing socio-political thought, harass politicians at their homes, and pose threats to those refusing to conform. There's no need for them to worry about facing any repercussions, because there will be none. That's why. Unfortunately, Americans are so conditioned. Hypocrisy can walk right up to the citizen and introduce itself as hypocrisy. Then ask said citizen, who are you to believe, me or your lying eyes? And that citizen will respond, I believe you, hypocrisy. I believe you. Now, the latter is veridical. You think I'm playing, don't you? Well, I tell you, it would be nice if I was, but I'm not. The left-wing media, the left-wing media and politicians who are calling the storming of the Capitol an insurrection are the left-wing protagonists who were in favor of the 1983 bombing of the Capitol building, the same Capitol building that was stormed. That's right. And this was perpetrated by the May 19th Communist Organization. Afterwards, Susan Roseberg, I believe, yes, I know I'm right. Susan Roseberg, a member of the latter, was arrested and sentenced to serve 58 years. However, after serving only 16, she was pardoned by Bill Clinton, and now she's a college professor. I guess according to the Palmer Report, this wrinkled up skirt is civilized enough to teach the future of America. Hell, we know the left's double standard is out in the open, because during the George Floyd riots, CNN news anchor what's his name, Chris Cuomo, I almost forgot the fool's name. Chris Cuomo said when he asked the question, when was protest ever supposed to be peaceful? AOC then defended BLM by saying they are rioting to steal bread. However, if they are stealing sneakers, purses, and jewelry, it was done to, to feed their family. And hell, if you schmucks believe that shit, I have a big sale going on right now. I'm selling Long Island for 5 cents per acre. If you believe that shit. Now, remember, 1983. Democrats wanted Rosenberg to be freed after the bombing of the Capitol. Yet want to impeach Trump for a second time for what they say is words that stoked insurrection. Yet what they are aiming to do is stopping Trump's chance of running in 2024. However, shit's crazy because Democrats been inflaming insurrection. I mean, how soon this party forgets? It was their political party who fought against the country in the Civil War. That's insurrection. It was their party who injected poor black men with syphilis, then under the pretext of caring for the men, they were given placebos until death occurred. They wanted to see what was going on. The Democrats were against passing the anti-lynching legislation. It was fucking them who still today want to further legalize genocide. It's them. Yet Republicans are the traitors. I mean, that shit's crazy. The Democrat Party is in no moral position to be able to confer themselves as de facto nor ex post facto bearers of virtue. Hell no. The schmucks didn't want this to be pervasive. So you know what they did? I'm gonna tell you what they did. I'm gonna tell you. They gave the Negro a Civil Rights Act in 1964. And to shut Negro leaders up even further, they were given the Voting Rights Act in 1965. After the Negro spit shined the Democrat machine's shoes to its satisfaction, the Negro earned a pat on the head and was given a treat to split 13 million ways. Soon after that one treat, that one piece of treat was finished, the Negro was salivating at the mouth for more. Thus, Mr. Democrat said, you know, there's more where that came from. He then told the Negro, you can have more and a belly rub if you attack Republicans. That's what happened. You must call them racist, make them question their loyalty to the country, make them question themselves, and call them the traitors, and spread the news. You must spread the news if you want this belly rub and this extra treat. You must spread the news that the Democrats and the Republicans have switched. They've switched sides. And they have switched sides, although less than 3% of Democrats actually switched parties. I mean, and this school of thought is still the normal pablum. You see, this this party has mastered the Pavlov's dog experiment at such a tune. The Democrat has figured out the treat and the petting spot of every ethnic proverbial pet. And that is how their blatant hypocrisy goes under the radar. So you know what to say? They know what emotions to stoke. And some. And some. The Democrats are the Democrat is the Rick James of politics. Yeah, according to Charlie Murphy, Rick James walked on Eddie Murphy's carpet with muddy boots, then off then wiped off the mud of his boots with on Eddie Murphy's couch. However, when questioned about it, James said, "Come on, man. Fuck, I got more sense than that." Then immediately after that, James said, I'll wipe my foot on this couch. I mean, that nigga could afford another one. That's just what he said, according to Charlie Murphy's. See, this Democrat this is the Democrat in a fucking nutshell. The Democrat told Trump there was no malfeasance in the 2020 election. You're wasting your time. You're wasting America's time. And their taxpayer dollars. Yet, in 2000, the same Democrats said, "Yeah, we're wasting taxpayer dollars trying to get those 537 votes mitigated enough for Gore to win, so Bush doesn't undermine democracy." Boy. Notably, this party full of fucking scoundrels believe the citizenry is a myopic group of sheeple. And the sad part about it is they're right. It's fucked up, but it's true. The Democrats are not the picture of morality. Hell, the cities they run makes that a verisimilitude. However, what? However, I don't know what will get the Negro to see this. Perhaps, and I'm just surmising this. I don't know. Perhaps it may be too late for this Negro because now the Negro has teamed up with the very same political party that disenfranchised them to help disenfranchise others who are not of Democrat ilk. Now, that shit right there is hypocrisy. I'll be goddamn. that shit is it, man. That's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell while you're at it. Well, that's it. That's all, folks. Oh man, we're fucked up. We are fucked up.